10.9. Machitta matagata prana bodhayanta parasparam tush kathayantascha mam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. Bhagavad Gita 10.9. Machitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. आप में से कोई गा सकते हैं? They can recite one Mataji and one Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayanta chamam nityam tusyanti cha ramanti cha. Hare
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Synonym translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Machita, their mind fully engaged in me. Madgata pranaha, their life devoted to me. Bodhayantaha, preaching. Parasparam, among themselves. Kathayantaha, talking. Cha, also mam, about me. Nityam, perpetually. Tushyanti, become pleased. Cha, also. Ravanti, enjoy transcendental bliss. Cha, also. Translation: the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted on my services, and they are great. They derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So this is a very beautiful verse, and this verse represents the Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita. If somebody say you that can you give me the essence of Bhagavad Gita in one verse, what is this verse? Who will tell me? Bhagavad Gita 18.66. 18वें अध्याय का 66वां श्लोक है भगवद गीता का सार। सर्वधर्मां परित्याज मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहम त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Krishna is saying, as you will come to me without fail, do not fear. Krishna is saying, do not fear. This is the essence of whole the Bhagavad Gita, one verse, which is the Charam Sima, or the one Bhagavad Gita verse that is representing the whole Bhagavad Gita. Like Vedas, essence is Mahabharata. Mahabharata essence is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita essence is chapter 18, verse number 66. And it was one of the favorite verse of Prabhupada. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Krishna is saying, सर्व धर्मा परित्याग, सारे धर्मों का परित्याग करके मुझे सिर्फ समर्पित हो जाओ, मैं तुम्हें सारे पापों से मुक्त करूंगा. Krishna has a potency that he can, incur all our sinful life and the activity that we have done in the past. And we can deliver very quickly. In 1 minute, Prabhupada says in 1 minute, you can be Krishna conscious. And Krishna is saying, Ma Shucha means do not fear. Similarly, if somebody is saying, no, I'm not satisfied this one verse, can you please explain me further? Then all the devotees who are saying we are Krishna conscious, especially those who are wearing this Kanti Mala, these devotees should have a responsibility to at least memorize these 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita, 10.9, 10, 11 and 12. This is very important verses of Bhagavad Gita. So today we are reciting the verse number 10.9. So what Krishna is saying, Mat chittaha mad grana. Mat chitta means, chitta means their mind. The devotee's mind is fully engaged in Krishna service. Why? Because devotees are chanting Maha Mantra. The mind, Tara means satisfaction. What gives the satisfaction to the mind for a devotee? By chanting the holy name, Maha Mantra. Madgata pranaha. And their prana means their life. Unka jo जीवन है, their life, Matgata. Their lives are devoted to me because they are surrendered to me. They are my devotee. Krishna is saying. बोधयंता मीन्स प्रीचिंग मीन्स कि मेरे नाम का वो लोगों को बताते हैं कि प्लीज टेक कृष्ण, बोलो कृष्ण, भजो कृष्ण, करो कृष्ण शिक्षा. नदिया गोद्रू में नित्यानंद महाजन पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा कारण. They are preaching. The devotees make devotees. If you are not a devotee, how you can make a devotee? Similarly, here the Krishna is saying bodhayanta. Bodhayanta means like what we are doing now. This is a preaching. Parasparan, among themselves means they all get together. Alone we cannot do bhakti. Now we have, Sarada Mataji from Malaysia, Indonesia. Mataji is a wonderful devotee, very senior. But still, Mataji is taking association of our new devotees. Like I'm giving class, although she's very senior. Why? Because she understand. If we associate with devotee, what will happen? We will be secure. We will be safe. In the association of devotee, we get protection of the devotee and the Lord. No matter how senior you are, how sincere you are, how many years you are chanting, but if you will leave the association of the devotee, your bhakti will be finished. Yes, it's very dangerous. Similarly, what they do, kathayanta, they do bhakti in the association. Not alone bhakti is a very difficult and it's in Maya. Kathayanta means talking. Katha means, though whenever devotee talk, they talk about Krishna. They don't talk about the mundane knowledge. They don't talk about the ninda. This devotee is having problem. This devotee have that problem. This temple is this. The temple is that. There is some politics and this and that. Ma means about me. They are talking about Krishna. They are not talking about this material nonsense things and the about the politics. And yes, we should have some little information that what is going on around the world. But most of the time, devotee kathayantas means they talk about Krishna. And how they are talking about Krishna? Nitya. Nitya means eternally, always, not for a chunk of time they were in the Maya. Tushanti. Tushanti means when they do these three things. What thing? Their mind are engaged in Krishna's service. Their life are devoted for Krishna. They are preaching. And what they do? They are talking about Krishna. These four things are managed in this verse. What are these? I am repeating. Please take it seriously. Their mind engaged in Krishna's service by chanting the holy name. Their life are devoted by the Krishna's service. Their 24 hours Krishna conscious, sleeping, eating, offering prasad and everything. Preaching means they are talking about Krishna to other people. And in the association of the devotee, they talk about Krishna. These are the four things which is written in this verse. And how? Not for a one time, once in a week, 1 hour in a day. Nitya means eternally, Tushyanti. And what this happened? The result will be Krishna is saying, they become very pleased. This is the problem in the outside material world. People are in a big problem, stress or anything. Those devotees are chanting 16 rounds every day. They took shelter of a pure devotee like Guru Maharaj, like our Guru Maharaj. Similarly, they wake up in the morning time, they eat Krishna Prasad, finish. Their life will be pleased. Tushanti. And how? Not only Tushanti, Krishna is saying they are not even pleased. But Krishna is saying with the please, Ramanti means they are enjoy the transcendental bliss. Ramanti means Raman, like in Sindhi, in our language also we say Raman. Raman matlab Ramu pya asa, Khedu pya, ya Raman. Raman means that I am playing, I am enjoying. So the devotee doesn't seek happiness outside because the happiness is inside. So similarly, this is the verse the Prabhupada has given a very nice purport. Prabhupada is saying the pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage them fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. जो भगवान के शुभ भक्त है उनकी क्या है कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, वो कहते हैं कि वो अपने आप को हमेशा भगवान की शुद्ध प्रेममयी भक्ति के अंदर अपने आप को लगाते हैं. Their minds cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of the Krishna. Like we, if you talk about me, I'm not a pure devotee because my mind sometimes diverted to some other topics and other, attraction to of this material world. But a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj, they are very strong. They are very strong. Their mind are never diverted from the lotus feet of Krishna because we are following our Guru and our Acharya. The one day we will also become like them by their mercy, by our sincerity, by serving the Vaishnava, by preaching about Krishna, by becoming sincere devotee, and never fight with the devotees and always, glorify the Lord. Then the day will come, by their association, we will also become pure. Because if we will follow pure, you will become pure. If you follow impure, you will become impure. That is why we are following Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, and all the our Acharya. Their talks are solely on transcendental subject. So whenever you see they will talk about Krishna. The symptoms of the pure devotee are described in this verse specifically. एक जो शुद्ध भक्त होता है उनके क्या सिम्टम्स होते हैं एटलीस्ट या वी कैन नॉट नो व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन इन इनसाइड ऑफ ए पर्सन इसके मन में क्या चल रहा है व्हाट इज थिंकिंग और शी इज थिंकिंग बट स्टिल देयर आर सिम्टम्स बेस्ड ऑन द भगवद गीता इट्स a devotee of the supreme lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorified quality in pastimes of supreme lord means nityam bhagavad sevaya 24 hours their life is devoted to Krishna. We should follow such pure souls, such a mahatma. And he's fully engaged in glorifying the qualities on the pastime of the Supreme Lord. They don't talk about jnana. There is a difference between a jnana and glorifying the qualities and pastimes of the Lord. Gyan will make you proud. I know this Shastra. I know these verses of Bhagavad Gita. I have read all the Ekshot Upanishad, the Thara Purana, Veda, and all this. But what will happen if this Gnan, this knowledge, is not glorifying the quality and the pastimes of the Supreme Lord? That is why the devotee never puffed up and the proud, because their hearts and soul are constantly submerged in the Krishna. Krishna is our very merciful Lord. Krishna is the hero in the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita. But he said, no, no, Arjuna, you become hero because you are my devotee. So Krishna is so merciful, he doesn't want to take any credit, but he wants to give the credit to his devotee, and they take pleasure in discussing with each other. When you see, we call sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kahe, lau matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi ho. The essence of all the shastra is that you associate with the devotee, you associate with the devotee, you associate with the devotee. If you will associate with the devotees, then non-association of the devotees will automatically be finished. So in the preliminary stage of devotional studies, they release transcendental pleasure from the service itself. And in the mature stage, they are actually situated in the love of God. So what Prabhupada is saying, Prabhupada is very practical. Prabhupada is not a fanatic guru or a sannyasi or something. Prabhupada is very practical devotee, and who knows the modern, understand the modern needs and his disciples, mindset and the mentality. So Prabhupada says that initially when you do bhakti, आप जब शुरू में भक्ति करते हो, they release the transcendental pleasure from the service. Whenever we come in Krishna consciousness, we chant, we listen, we become very transcendental for some time. But in the mature stage, how the maturity will come? Maturity will come when you associate with the mature devotee. Those mature devotee, they are fully situated in the love of God. It means they have got the prem, they can give you the Krishna. Once situated in their transcendental position, they can realize the highest perfection which is exhibited by the Lord in his abode. So similarly, once they get transcendental position, means they are, first we are in Tamogun, then we switch to the Rajogun, then we switch to the Satoguna. We are now mostly in the Satoguna, all the devotees, they are practicing devotee like me. Because we wake up, we eat Krishna Prasad, we follow for regularity principle chant. But there is a Vishuddha Sattva Tattva. And in this Vishudev or Vasudev Sattva Tattva, the pure devotee exhibited in what they do, they take a highest pleasure. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likens transcendental devotional service of the sowing the seed in the heart of the living entity. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. He came some 500 years ago and he initiated this Hare Krishna movement, which is actually the base is on the Bhagavad Gita and the Krishna himself. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he did? He said, Brahmande Bhavite Kone Bhagavana Jeev, Guru Krishna Kripa Pai Bhakti Lata Beej, that he gave the Bhakti Lata Beej to everyone. So we imparted this knowledge through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the sowing of a seed in our heart is already there, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this a seed in our heart of the Krishna Prem. Now, the seed is not be very fruitable, it's not beneficial till it doesn't become a tree or a plant. First it become plant and then it become tree. So how you can give water to this seed? Then chanting of the holy name and association of the devotee is the watering the seed. There are innumerable living entities traveling throughout the different planets of the universe, and out of them, there are very few fortunate enough to meet a pure devotee and get a chance to understand devotional service. Same verse, Prabhupada is saying, Brahmande Brahmite Kone Bhagivan Jeev. From Brahma to an insect which has an age of few hours. In this whole material world, Brahma is at the top, and the very less living entity, which is a kit. Kit means small insect which has a lifespan of 3 hours, 4 hours, or 5 hours. In 3 4 hours, he does all these things. Means he get birth, he become youth, play and something, then he become adult, reproduce, and then he die. So similarly, the Brahmande Brahmite Kone Bhagavan. Bhagavan means no one is fortunate. Guru Krishna Kripa by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, Bhakti Lata, he becomes a devotee. And here it is saying that in whole this traveling through the different planets of the universe, we are going here, there. Only few, like how many devotees are online? 10 devotees are in Rakshini Mataji, Saradi, Sasmita Mataji, Shandani Mataji, Tulsidas Prabhu, Umesh Jokhya Prabhu, HP. and Viddu Sundhu and Ashish Prabhu. So these devotees are those devotees who have fructified. They are very fortunate that they have come into the contact of a devotee like Srila Prabhupada. And there we are getting a chance to understand devotional service. So this devotional service is just like a seed. And if the sound in the heart of living deity, if he goes on hearing and chanting, see what it is saying? Hearing Shuntam Sapata Katha Krishna Punya Shravanam Kirtan Hridayantastu Budrani Vidunoti Surit Sadam. That if you will hear about Krishna, you will come in love with Krishna. The more you will hear about Krishna, our darkness in our world will be completely eradicated by the mercy of Krishna and his Katha. And chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then after what will happen? The seeds fructifies. The Srila Prabhupada is saying that seeds fructified, giving the watering to the seed. Just as the seed of a tree fructifies with a regular watering, the spiritual plant of a devotional spirit gradually grows and grows until it penetrates the covering of the material universe and enters in the Brahmjyoti influence in the spiritual sky. So what Prabhupada is saying? Prabhupada is saying that you have to give water so that the seed become the plant. And how the water will come? Shrutam Katha Krishna, Krishna, listen Krishna's Katha and chant the holy name of the Lord so you can go to the spiritual sky. So Prabhupada is saying, what is spiritual sky? In the spiritual sky also the plant grows more and more until it reaches the highest planet, which is called Goloka Vrindavana, the supreme planet of Krishna. So what is our goal of life? The goal of our life is two or three things are there. I am soul, I am not this body. Number one. Number two, because I am soul, I am the part of the parcel of the Lord Krishna. This is the second teaching. Third teaching, because I am a soul, I am a part and parcel of Krishna, I have forgot my relationship with Lord Sri Krishna. This is the third thing, I have forgot. Now to establish again this lost relationship with the Krishna, I have to do bhakti, and Goloka Vrindavan Dham or the supreme planet of Krishna is my life and soul. Ultimately, we come into this world, we meet some family member with the friends, but in the next birth the family members and the friends and the business, everything get changed. Maybe based on our karma we will get particular type of body. So similarly, ultimately the plant takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and rests there. Gradually as the plant grows, fruits and flowers, then plants of devotion service also produce fruits, and watering process in the form of chanting the hearing goes on. Like you see, first step was the seed. The second step was the watering that seeds by chanting in the holy name. Then it become a plant. When it becomes tree, it gives fruits and flower. And what is this fruit and flower? Fruit and flower means that more and more we advance in the bhakti. We wake up in the Mangla Arti. We associate with the devotee. We take the responsibility of this preaching and the Krishna consciousness. So what you need from the plant and the fruit and the flowers become that we start preaching and make people other devotee. First we become devotee and then we make other devotees. This is the fruit and flower, and that comes only by the mercy of Krishna and Guru. The plant of devotional service also produce fruits, and watering process in the form of chanting and hearing goes on. The plant of devotional service, which is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela chapter 19, is explained there that when the complete plant takes shelter under the lotus feet of Lord Supreme Lord, one becomes fully absorbed in the love of God. So now initially there are two stages or two different levels of the bhakta. Can anybody tell me who are the two stages or two levels of the bhakta? Anybody can try in the chat box, or maybe they can unmute their mic. Okay. Who are devotees listening the class? Hare Krishna. There are 10 devotees online. Okay. So first stage is that a devotee is in a stage where what he does, he is a struggling devotee, like we are the struggling devotees. Okay. The second stage is the mature stage, when he becomes a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. So there is a siddha bhakta and there is a sadhaka. Sadhaka means the practicing devotee, and you know, those who are siddha, they are like Srila Prabhupada. So it is such a state actually attains the transcendental quality in contact with the Supreme Lord. So there is a last word. I will give 5 minutes more class, and then you can ask the question, and I will end the session. The Srimad Bhagavatam is also full of such narration about the relationship between the Supreme Lord and his devotee. So what we do, we do Bhagavatam every day in this Eat Humble platform, but only on Sunday we do Bhagavad Gita class. So what is the Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is a postgraduate study of the spirituality. So similarly in the Bhagavatam, what are the things I mentioned? Narrations about the relationship between the Supreme Lord and his devotee. Therefore, the Srimad Bhagavatam is very dear to the devotees, stated in the Bhagavatam itself 12, 13, 18. So Bhagavatam is the life and soul of the devotee. That is why Prabhupada says in the morning, every devotee should read Srimad Bhagavatam, and the evening time we should read Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam means Purnam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. It is narration that there is nothing about material activity, economic development, sense gratification, or the liberation. Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. The Bhagavatam is above the Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. Srimad Bhagavatam is only the narration in which transcendental nature of the Supreme and his devotee is fully described. Only book you will find in all over the world, only the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is narrates the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord, भगवान की महिमा, भगवान की glorification, and उनके जो शुद्ध भक्त उन्होंने भगवान को कैसे प्राप्त किया उसके विषय में बताया. Thus, the realized soul in Krishna consciousness take continual pleasure in hearing such transcendental literature, just as a young boy and a girl take pleasure in the association. So Prabhupada is saying those who are mature devotees, those who are realized soul, like Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj, they take continual pleasure in hearing such transcendental literature which is written in the Bhagavatam. Just like, Prabhupada is giving an example when we are young, when we are in college and the university, we have a girlfriend and a boyfriend. So these young boys and girls are taking pleasure in their association at this age because they love each other. And for that reason, they are ready to leave everything because they want some exchange of milos between them. And later they said, parents, oh parents, we don't want to listen to you. I want to marry that girl or the boy because I love them. We even don't listen to our the parents who have given us birth, mother to give us birth in the 9 month. So by the time we see that when we come in love, in contact with that person, this is an attraction actually. By this attraction, we come into this existence, we get married or continue the relationship. But what is the point? Point is the pleasure. But sometime this pleasure gets destroyed and finished, or maybe it becomes less because the relationship point between the girl and the boy is made on sense gratification. As soon as they gratify and sense gratification finish, their relationship is also finished. And we see nowadays a lot of you know break up is happening, divorces are happening because the goal of life is not Krishna. But in a devotee marriage, when you marry a devotee, the goal of the life is Krishna. That is why, because their goal is Krishna, they can serve the Krishna and go home back to get together in this life. And that is why it is very important that we should marry a devotee family. And if we are not marrying not devotee, there are chances that they will not help us to grow in Krishna consciousness.